Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some pretty crazy news going on as of today. We have a lot more brand new gaming news. We have some pretty big drama in between the PlayStation and Xbox communities. We also have just a little bit of a switch up going on and just a lot of fun things to go and talk about. Some new gameplay come out. There's a bunch of random stuff. So make sure you guys will hopefully enjoy the video as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We also only have just a little baby bit left. I think today's the very last day for your $50 off on the Samsung promotion. So use the links down below and sign up. No obligations needed. We have the Twitter and Twitch link down below in case you guys want to check those out and follow, and of course subscribe, give your thoughts, and let's dive into the video. So hi, first and foremost, we actually have some pretty big news when it comes to, well, drama. Now this is kind of good drama though, and maybe actually at the end of the day even better drama with all the big back and forth on acquisitions, monopolies, trying to better improve things such as subscription services and all of that. And this kind of ties into right now with the brand new PlayStation Plus Extra and as well brand new Xbox games. So if you guys do or do not know, there's actually a game I'm actually very excited for called Sea of Stars. Now, if you guys don't know, Sea of Stars is basically like a really just old school RPG type style game, but it looks amazing. Like it's cool. Like it had a really big Kickstarter. I've been following it for a while. I saw some really cool animations for it, and it gives a really big homage back to the olden style games. And I think that's why a lot of folks are hyped up for it. I'll show you guys some of the pictures over here really quick. But this is actually like the result of drama. But funny enough, good drama, like competition drama, which is kind of better than, I don't usually like always covering the negative drama because, well, it gets boring after a while. But first of all, look at the art style. If you guys ever played the old school style games, especially like the 90s, 2000s, and all the old school RPGs, you guys will probably get some nostalgia by even just looking at some of these. If you guys do or do not know, I don't really talk about this, I think probably maybe ever on YouTube, one of my favorite games is actually Golden Sun, one of my favorite games back in the day, and this is giving me a lot of these types of vibes. So let's give you guys a little highlight for this one. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a cool one. As you guys probably know, a lot of times when it comes to games either on Game Pass exclusives or even PlayStation Plus exclusives, they're either individually console locked or they have like a 1-year lock themselves as well. So basically, like, you can just kind of go and see how it kind of goes. But for now, there actually is kind of a really cool double whammy. First and foremost, this is coming out on Xbox Game Pass. So this will actually be a day one title for Xbox Game Pass. I think it's probably going to be one I'm going to definitely go and check out. Can't wait to play. I will probably play through the entire thing for a lot of comfy just games in general. It's coming out on the very tail end of August. But one of the bigger things to note is that this game is also, I believe, coming out for PlayStation. So the PS Plus Extra Premium members get this anticipated PS5, PS4 RPG on day one next month. And this is kind of like why we want to go talk about this a little bit more in detail. So Sony has today announced that the retro-inspired PS5 and PS4 and also on Xbox, I believe PC, Sea of Stars will launch straight into PS Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium on its release date of the 29th August of 2023. It'll be part of the August 2023 service refresh, arriving at the end of the month, and you can get a taste of it right now with the demo available on the PlayStation Store as well. So level designer Philip Dion said, "It's incredible for us to imagine how many more players worldwide will experience Sea of Stars, enjoy the conversation around our project. After working on this game for that is so dear to us for 5 years, we're now only a few weeks away from release, and we're happy to share the moment with the PlayStation community." So this is awesome. So let me go do like more of the topic of the video. When it comes to this is that this is like the idea of like what we want, the idea of what the big difference between the Xbox and PlayStation drama was when it comes to acquisitions and exclusivities, is we wanted to have this competition to be able to go and bring these different types of games to every single platform. We don't want to always have Game Pass be the only platform. We don't always want PlayStation to be the only platform. Sometimes there was an okay reason for it, like let's say it's an Xbox exclusive. It's on Game Pass day one, that's fine. But this is what we strive to see. We want to see more competition in the markets so every gamer can win. So instead of it being like, hey, we're Xbox, we'll give the game company $2 million to have it for a year and then people on Game Pass or whatever. Instead, it's like, hey, we're PlayStation, we want this. Sure, you want your PlayStation Plus service, give us $1 million. Sure. Or at the same time, too, hey, we're on Xbox as well. Sure, we want to do it on PlayStation, but we want to do it for you guys, too. How about $1 million as well? And at the end of the day, both the platforms basically get the same amount of money, or maybe even more if they could have some good negotiation skills. And that also means that gamers on these subscription services get to go and have the benefits, which I think is absolutely amazing. Now, this is kind of the big reason, because if you only had Xbox buying everything, then guess what? It'd only be on Xbox. And if you don't have Game Pass and you just can't afford it, or maybe you just don't want to have it, or whatever it might be, maybe you don't even have an Xbox, you can't really go and utilize all this type of stuff. So having a chance to see this is awesome. Like, this is like, I think, one of the very first times I've seen in a very long time, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, or either way, just at least know it's rare, that we don't usually see games simul-launching on streaming services due to exclusivity rights and all of that, which is once again a big reason why these big state regulators wanted to push back against big monopolies and big antitrust stuff, because they want to allow games to be on the free market. And if both PlayStation and Xbox want it, if the contracts allow it, then why not? So I love this. Like, this is actually probably one of the better news for me. Maybe you guys don't think so, but I think for someone who cares about the longevity of the gaming market, and for a game that I'm actually excited for, like, I've been following this on Twitter for a while. I don't really follow that many things on Twitter. This is cool. Like, I love seeing this. So give me your thoughts and comments. I do think the idea of this is awesome. Good stuff. Now, we also have some kind of crazy, fun, little stories to wind down over here. Some Spider-Man news too, where the R&B singer Neo apparently goes and brings Street Fighter on his PlayStation 5 on his tours to go and say, like, at the end of, he's like, at the end of the night, he just wanted to drink and party, he's just gonna go and play some Street Fighter. So basically, that's hilarious. So the singer told Kotaku that his love for Capcom fighting game series runs so deep that he brings his PlayStation 5 along with him on tour so he can hone his skills and, more importantly, use the game to decompress so entitled fans don't get Dragon Punch in real life. So basically, he's just kind of going and living his life. He's vibing, he's playing his music, he's kind of rich, doing whatever he has to go and do, and he sits over here and he rocks out some PlayStation 5s, which is kind of fun to go and see. So apparently he's just been playing Street Fighter since 1998 as well, and on top of that, just funny. Like, I just imagine, like, you're on 50 Cent or Neo in a random game online, like, you're just going and being like, bro, you suck, and just throwing on him. So basically he said, I get on Street Fighter and anybody that I wanted to slap, I just have Ryu toss a fireball and I'm all good to go. He says he's not waiting till the tours have wrapped to start getting some game time in. He says he started a new personal tradition of bringing his PlayStation 5 with it, which is crazy, so he can go get his gaming going on here too as well, as he's touring and rocking the stuff on out. So it's funny, he's probably dancing, he's probably singing, he's probably being done at the end of the night at 12 o'clock, but guess what, if you're kind of on that late night schedule, and you're up kind of bouncing around and, doing all that type of stuff, guess what, bro, you probably just want to go and chill. So it's kind of funny because, he's apparently been playing other folks, too, as well. Where, Lupe Fiasco and, him were fighting in the background. Just imagine Lupe, dude, just going and, fighting these guys up in Street Fighter. It's, insane. There's something, yeah, I played him. He's good. He's not amazing, but he's good. And, yeah, I beat him. And it's kind of crazy just to go and see these little fun stories tied on in. Now, we also had some other kind of big, kind of sad news where Ubisoft has now apparently canceled the Immortals Phoenix Rising sequel. I like this game, too, as well. It's a really cool, almost Breath of the Wild type style game. Could have been a little bit more out there, but it was a good game. I put tens of hours into the game, which is, I think, pretty good in my opinion for an Ubisoft game, and apparently it did go get canceled, which makes me sad because I did actually enjoy this game. So 2020 mythological open world game, if you guys never played it, it was basically Breath of the Wild, but not as in depth. They had a few little missions, a lot of puzzly type stuff, and it kind of was a little bit sad because they said the sales were actually lower than what Assassin's Creed Valhalla put off, but it's also a brand new IP. So I'm really the biggest fan of brand new IPs and having a chance to really go and shine, which does kind of stink. But as well, we also did apparently have a Spider-Man 2 best suit, has actually may have been teased by, funny enough, a toy though as well, interestingly enough. So Hot Toys actually announced over here, as you guys can see, a brand new Spider-Man suit over here, which actually looked really cool. I can maybe give you some better look-throughs on it, but this looks sick. So I'm not sure exactly what this might be, whether it's it's a special edition collection though, so you guys can see all this in the game, etc. So this might just be actually just available in the game, which might have been a proper big leak. So basically over here, one of the toy manufacturer Hot Toys seemingly out that at some point Peter will rock both the symbiote suit and the Iron Man Spider-Man legs. A little bit of a spoiler, if you guys didn't mind, which is actually kind of intriguing to go and see. Might be actually one of the more hardcore and OP stuff, maybe in post game, maybe special story mission, I don't know, but it does look really cool. The actual stylistic of this is actually insane. Also as well, guys, don't forget the High on Life game on PS5 and PS4 is actually now coming out too as well, with the new DLC gameplay trailer, funny enough too, as well. So this game just kind of came out too on top as one, and a lot of folks went on PlayStation. They do now have it once again up on PlayStation. There's also apparently now a nice little DLC too as well, if you guys are getting hyped up for that. Always fun and exciting to get to go and see. We also have some pretty intriguing stuff over here too, where Armored Core is actually about to be a 60-hour game. This game was looking incredible. We saw early gameplay, have a chance to be released up on YouTube and other various places too as well. And this game is also going to hopefully be one of the best games I've seen. This game's coming out later on this year, and it's just basically like, just imagine Mecha Dark Souls is what I'm kind of expecting. If you guys never played Armored Core games, probably a good run for it. And as well, last but not least, apparently the same thing from Software. Elden Ring apparently and Armored Core 6 only had a staff of 300 devs, which is insane because these are some of the biggest and probably most anticipated games for people in the genre that we've seen for a while. So give me your thoughts and comments and everything down below. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below as well. Check out the Samsung HAL link down below. We're almost done with that very pretty much last day of the promotion to save $50, so link down below. Twitter and Twitch stream and all the Amazon links too, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.